What's going on, y'all? Coming back with another one. Today we'll be going over Kirk Franklin's "Lean on Me." Great song, coming to the key of F. Alright, so it starts off with two F's in the bass. You got F's in the bass, and then you're gonna hold that bass. And while you're doing that, your chord progression is gonna go to the right hand is gonna be an F chord, C, F, and A to a B flat chord. You can do it any kind of way. You can do it this way, this way, this way. I prefer, especially doing the same thing with your F chord. I do my inverted because it's a darker sound. So I do my G first, and my A first, then the C, then the F. And you can do that thumb trick if you like. You can hit with your thumb, cover the F, the G, and the A, and then you have your C and your F. Alright, that's the F chord on top of the F. Alright, then you go to an inverted B flat chord. Just to give you a 5-finger chord too. F, B flat, C. I'm gonna repeat that. F, B flat, C, D, and F. So what you have is, I'm sorry. That's just to fill it up a lot more. You don't have to do 5-finger chords. You can just do 3-finger chords, which is F, A, and C. And then for the B flat chord, B flat, D, F. It's the same thing. If your finger can't stretch that long, then you can do it like that. It's still the same thing. Alright, so after that, then it goes to "There's a man standing on the corner." Alright, so that's an F. The bass goes to F, G, to the A. Alright, and in your right hand you have inverted inverted F chord that we did before, to that B flat chord, back to the inverted F chord. So alright, so then it walks up to a B flat, then to a B. So you have, with that, you have this, which is G flat, A flat, D flat. Then it walks, then it goes up half steps. Alright, so you have, then it goes just that half step, then it walks up half a step. Then all it does is walk down half steps. It goes from the B to the B flat to the A to the A flat. And your right hand is just, you going down half steps with it. Alright, so then you have the transition going back to the top, which is that all your bass is doing is G, A, B flat, C, F, or you can go up all the way. G, A, B flat, C, F. Same thing. The only difference is your C, you going down your to the bottom C instead of going up to the top C, and instead of going to the F at the bottom, you're going to the top F. Same thing. Alright, and with that, you have that B flat chord that we did before. It's the same chords that we've done before. It goes to the B flat, goes to that F chord, the F chord that we did before on top of that A, B flat on top of that B flat. Then we go to that the C. Now you can do the C chord is G, C, D, E, and G. On top of that C, then you go back to the F chord. So playing all that, you have alright, so then then you play the same thing over again. Then it goes to when you come back out of that, but instead of walking away, then it walks up a half step from that to that B on top of a G chord, G, B, and D. Then you go back to that B flat chord on top of a C, on top of the C of the bass. So you have walking away, open up your heart and say. Then it goes back to the top. I am here. You don't have to. Then it goes to a B flat on top of B flat. That's a B flat bass, B flat chord. Then goes to that C that we did on top of a C. That's C, E, G on top of a C and the bass, and it starts over. Then you go back to that. Now right here it goes to, which is just a D chord, A, D, F on top of that B, on top of the same bass. Then it walks down to a C chord, which is inverted C, C, E, G, C, E, G again. That's the C chord. Then it goes to an inverted E chord. That's A flat, B, E flat. Then you do the whole thing over again. You can lean on me. Alright, right there it goes back to the top where you. Alright, so after that it does the same thing over again until it gets to when it gets to Bruno parts, he does the, and when it goes to angels to ease your trauma. Then it goes to goes here. Then it goes back to the top. Alright, so after that you have that's when it goes when you go into the break. All you doing is bouncing on that F chord. Then you go to tell me how can I. This is a C, a regular C chord on top of a G. This is a major chord inverted, D flat, E, A. Then it goes to a D chord that we did before, C chord that we did before. This is inverted G chord, B, D, and G, and all that bass is doing D, C, B. So you have C on top of that G, A on top of an A, D, C, G on top of that B. Then it does it again. Then you go to D. Then you go to that G on top of that B. Then it goes to that C. Then it starts over. Let me take you to a friend of mine. It's just to ease your trauma. But instead of walking away, then you go back to that, the one that we did before. It's that G on top of that B. Then go to that. Then it breaks. That's when she goes to the high pitch voice. That's when it modulates. You hit a G on top. I mean, an A on top of A minor on top of an A. A G major on top of B. Then it starts over. Going to the key of C. Alright, I'm not going to show you how to play that because it's the same thing that we just did. The only thing to tell you is, or two things. When it goes back to the break, it has. Then it goes. Alright, Alright, so what that is A, and you're just walking it down half steps to the A flat, to the G flat. Then you do the walk up. Alright, so then it goes to, and all this is C. All your bass is doing C, D, B, A, G, F, E, D, G. It's just doing a scale. And what your right hand is doing is C chord, G chord, C chord, G chord, C chord, G chord, C chord, G chord, C. Now if you want to get do a different chords, you can go to the C chord, the G chord, A minor chord, which we did before. That's the A, C, and the E. Go to the G chord. That's the F chord. That's a C major inverted. That's E, G, and C. Go to the F, D chord and go to the G, and that is the song. So here's my shoulder. Yeah, here's my shoulder. Can lean on me. That is the song, so I hope y'all enjoy. To add some flavor on it, you can do this at the end. You can put this anywhere you want to. I usually put it in there before I go into the I do this right here. Instead of going here, you can do this. So say you coming at a, then I go, and it sounds like I'm changing keys. It's in a different key, but it's so smooth to add in there. It's just a smooth transition. I do this transition a lot. So what that is that's a G major on top of a B flat. I'm on top of the E flat. Walk it down half steps, then go straight back into what you played before, which is that B on top of that D chord. You can also add the F on top of that on top of the G flat, and walk it down half steps like you did before, and go back to it. So I hope y'all enjoy. I hope this helps y'all.